Alright, what's up, Dragon Brood? Today we are taking a look at some Bant stuff again. Partly because I wanted to give the +1/+1s a chance again, but with a different spin on it. We're going to try to go a little bit harder on Kadama of the Westry so we can get those trample bonuses, and then we're going to see what other upper end we can play, and yes, your boy Vorinclex makes an appearance. So this should be a lot of fun. It's a bit interesting and different, but let's go see how it fares on the standard ladder. If you want to support the channel, remember to check out shop.ultrapro.com/PowrDragn and use promo code PowrDragn. You'll save 5% on everything you order over there at UltraPro, and that includes all the new sweet stuff from their Lemon Yellow collection this month. Also, if you got a second, don't forget to join the channel down below and you get special rewards and you get your stuff featured here on the channel. Also, one of the things I'll be thinking about doing, I may be doing in the opener, just a quick overview of the cards in the deck and what we're doing, and then we might just jump right into games, and then I'm going to have the deck at the end of the video, especially if we're going to be doing corrections on the deck anyway. We can just give you the final version at the end, and then if people want it, they skip to the end. But I don't know, let me know if I'm crazy. Anyway, we are starting here with a lot of what you expect is going to be on the list. So we've got 4 Hopeful Initiate, because again, we're going to be playing counters and trying to do some +1/+1 stuff. So makes a lot of sense. We got an Intrepid Adversary, which we don't like playing Adversary on 2, but we will if it's necessary. But the biggest thing is, especially if we have stuff with Trample, this is going to be one of the biggest ways of helping us finish by just making our creatures into a 3-4+ creature, and you have the possibility of having it be a lot, because if you got all the basics out with Kadama already, then this is going to be very big. Luminarch Aspirant, the card's ridiculous, we know what it is, it's good, no surprise. We're playing 3 negates because we need to have some defense. That's the biggest thing in this deck. We're kind of all offense, so we got to have something to protect ourselves a little bit. Then we have 4 Gala Greeters, because also fits the mold of getting +1/+1s, but occasionally the treasure could help us out, maybe if we're just looking for blue mana or whatever, to have that negate back up. Then we have Skyclave Apparition. Doesn't really do anything toward helping our deck other than just remove some blockers, and sometimes that's good enough. We have 3 Kadama of the Westry, like we were just talking about. We're also playing Broker's Ascendancy, because this card's super fun, and we're putting counters on things and things that care about counters, so why not? To that end, we are also playing Felidar Retreat, because this card's super good, giving your stuff Vigilance. If your stuff has Trample, that's going to be an even bigger bonus. And against some of the control decks, if it sticks, then you go ahead and get a 2/2, and that's awesome as well, and just start building up an army of cats. Falco Spar is pretty sweet. If we have enough counters, we can actually play a lot of stuff off the top library, which is pretty cool. But a lot of times, just this card being a 3/3, then a 5/5, and then whatever, just attacking over the top's actually pretty good. We're going to try out 2 Elspeth Resplendent and see if this is any good for us. Mostly the concept here is that if we -3, there's a chance we could find either Kadama or Skyclave Apparition or even Broker's Ascendancy. And those cards are all 3 really good cards for this deck. So maybe just having that's a good bonus. And then in a crunch situation, obviously, we can give something flying or whatever to punch through for a win. So that could be pretty good too. And then we've got Vorinclex, the Monstrous Raider, because if we are putting counters on things, doubling them up is pretty sweet. The rest of the way, we've got a Ganjo, 4 plains, an island, Beseju, 2 forests, 3 Hingegate Pathway, 4 Branchcloth Pathway, 1 Overgrown Farmland, 3 Bark Channel Pathway, and 4 Sparus Headquarters. Probably wondering, like, why the 1 blue land, but, like, because we can fetch it with Kadama, sometimes we just have a hard time finding blue, but we don't have that many blue cards. We only have 8, so we don't want to go heavy on that. And you also are able to get blue from the Bark Channel Pathways, from the Sparus Sentinel Headquarters, and from the Hingegate Pathway. So we should be pretty good overall. But you know one way to find out? We're going to go play some games. So as always, check out the games. Please, if you'd be so kind, hit me up at the end of the video, and we'll talk about things we're going to update to this from what we learned from those games. I'll catch you on the other side. I guess we have to keep this. This is a tough one. I'm not gonna lie, this is a tough one. I'm already suspicious of anything playing those cards, so let's see what's up. Alright, is our Initiate dead? That's kind of what we're trying to figure out here. We're hoping the answer is no, but we'll find out. Alright, answer is no. Initiate is not dead. I am going to put a counter here, which might be a little naive, but I'm going to try to get all the value next turn. Plus, maybe Kadama lives and we get to do something fun. Okay, Fable and Mirror Breaker. All right, we can at least punch past that safely here. We can't remove the token with this. We can remove the enchantment, but I don't think that's really our play either. I think we're just doing this. Bumping this. Attacking. And then just having some damage and some tramplers. Getting lands. We're gonna get plains. Alright. Let's see if we can survive this turn. If we make it through this turn, we might be alright, because then we just play the Felidar Retreat, pump our team, and then go for it. Or, depending on what they do, we could also just Intrepid Adversary, and that's a lot of damage too. Alright, so they're going to have 3 mana here, possibly attack and have a 4th mana. And we're not too worried about it, because again, we can trample over things at this point. They got all blue. Huh. Gonna bounce Kadama? Okay, that's fair. Doesn't really change too much, though. I mean, unless they're going to bounce multiple things, possibly. Yep, I was going to say, that had to be the play, because nothing else made sense there. Though, you know, maybe they have a counter? Maybe. Alright. What if we go in this with the idea of they definitely have a counter? Right? So let's start here. Do we have a counter for this? Nope, they don't have a counter. Alright then. Well, things being what they are, we got the information we wanted. I mean, alright. Okay, we'll get another plains. Alright, now they got their copy machine. Though we can remove that. Yeah, I guess we just take it. Like, if they do something with it, they do something with it. Ruin crap, so that's what they're doing here? Okay. I did not see that coming. I mean, I guess they're just playing it as another angle. Actually, you know, for this build, I think this is a possibility. We're putting, like, the whole Fable of Keek and Jiki into too many decks. Because I don't think this is a deck that really needed it. But 'tis what it is. Nice. I can appreciate that. All right, going hardcore. Gonna try to mill us out here. I like it. If you got it, you got it. Oh, did you for real? I was gonna say, don't tell me to get any land. That would have been gross. Yep, so they're gonna get some extra mana here. Not sure they're gonna mill us. Looks like Arena's having some sound issues again, so we'll have to reset after this game. But all right, I mean, we're still at 34 cards. What do we got going on? All right, another crab. Leads to another land. All right, so we lose 6. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think if the opponent had other aggressive cards or removal instead of the reflections or whatever, the Legend Kiki Jiki, they would have actually probably been pretty good here, to be honest. Okay, so we want to play Felidar Retreat first. I guess it doesn't really matter. All right, we'll do this first, just to maximize our counters. We'll do this. Get rid of a crab. We will play this on blue, so we have some extra blue mana. We'll give everything a +1. We will let this... what do you got? 2, 4, 5. You could double block a thing. Yeah, whatever. We're just coming in. Like, they all have vigilance, so whatever. Oh, yep. I guess it's the opponent just giving up here. We can only get 2 land. We've expended all of the things we can do. All right. So any land at this point, we just have to draw. But, I mean, we have some big old bodies and they all trample. The opponent's out of colored mana, except for red. Yeah, exactly. You get some here. We'll block, I guess. I mean, you can get a 1/1 back. I mean, you got to get rid of Kadama here. That's the whole issue. If they don't get rid of Kadama, well, it's probably over anyway because we can play a Intrepid Adversary and bump the team for ungodly amounts. Yeah, I mean, you got another crab. I mean, it only puts us to, what, 19 cards. I mean, you got another thing. All right, that'll get you another land. They're losing a Splendid Reclamation, which is good for us. Oh, wait, did they not hit a land? Oh, they didn't even hit a land. All right, well, GG's. Oh, boy. All right, let's keep it. Let's hope for the best. We need to get an untapped land to get any shot at this hand working out. Really, we need to draw, like, back-to-back lands would be great, but we'll see where this goes. Because this is, feels a bit precarious, to be honest. Alright, that's not the best start. Alright, maybe opponent just plays a tap land here? Maybe? Nope, no such luck. Oh, this is interesting, though. Does the opponent want to trade? We're going to go +1. I mean, if they don't trade, I was going to say, we get land, so... Now, this also may mean that they're just going to play a land and exile our Kadama. Which could be real. Nope, not with that they won't. Oh, man, really? Oh, they scooped anyway. Okay, let's keep it. Let's see if we can turn this into something. We at least get to sort of curve out, maybe. Alright, that helps. Let's do this. Attack for 1. Now, if they play something, we can try to remove it with Apparition, pump a thing. We could play an empty Apparition here, but that seems silly. But it could also be the correct play. Especially since we have Spara next turn. I feel like I'd regret it if I did, though. I wanted to. I really, really wanted to, but I felt like that would have been so bad for us. Yep, Galagreeter's dead. Not much we were going to do about it, though. They decided to draw and discard, though. That's actually interesting. Go ahead and put this on blue. Attack for 1. Having another initiate coming up is not great. Fable, sure. We can't really do much with the Fable. We can't play both these if we play an Apparition. But the Apparition's really only going to be moving that, if anything. Alright. Just to speed up the clock. If we're going to do the thing, let's try to do the thing. I'm going to say, alright, if you do have a meat hook or something, at least it's limited on what you're going to get to do with it. Ooh. We reanimating some things? That's a big deal. Alright. Well, it looks like we're going to be dealing with a Titan. That sucks. Yep. They're going to gain 5 at a minimum, I think is what you gain, right, with that? Yeah, so they're going to go to 14. I don't know what we're going to do. Man, now I wish we could have got rid of the Fable. That would have been our best play. Oh, interesting. So the opponent chose not to get the Titan. So if we play this and pump twice, that's 5. They block this, take 6, 7, 8, 9, right? Okay. Oh, I have to remove a counter. Well, that's all right. We can remove a shield counter. Yeah, that's fine. Let's remove a shield. And then we'll pay. And then we'll pay. And then we'll attack. Oh yeah, plus we get the extra +1, so it doesn't even really matter. Yep. Alright, we'll take it. Ooh. I think I'm gonna keep this just because we have double aspirant. And we'll just see what happens. There's a good chance this goes badly, though. Alright, let's see how bad it is. They're probably going to play like a Jukai Naturalist, and then we're going to be not happy. But, Galagrators. That's less of a pain. Alright, let's see what happens here. We kind of want a green land so we can stick a Kodama, really. Jenny Faye, yep. Here come the prey to cats and things. Oh, they just made the treasure. They need the treasure more than they need the cats. Well, we didn't do a good job finding a way to punch through cats, so that's kind of bad. I'm just going to do this, and if they want to trade this one for a Jenny Faye, I'm okay with that. I didn't think they did. But, you know, there was a chance. Alright, play something big so I can just beast. There you go. That should kill us. Yeah, just get haste cats off that. You didn't have to get dogs. You could have got haste cats and just blasted us. You'd have been fine. Because now I'm not even sure what we do here. I mean, we may just make like one big aspirant. I mean, I don't know. I mean, now we want a white land so we can get rid of Jenny Faye, but it might be too late for that. But we'll see. Yeah, we'll just take it. No blocks. Alright, well, GG's. Alright, we'll keep this and hope to draw land. Because that's how we're going to get out of trouble with this one. Ooh. Yeah, I think we still got to play this. And I'm just going to do that and attack. Because if something happens, it's probably happening to our aspirant anyway. If we get a land, then we still just pump a creature, so it doesn't really change much. However, we did not get the land, so playing this would have just been fine last turn. So be it. Alright. Welcome me, Vampire. Got appreciation for that. Still not a land. Gosh dang. I mean, sure. Put the +1 here. Attack with these two. I mean, if they want to block and trade for the Welcoming Vampire, I mean, we would have taken it. Sadly, got to choose treasure. Partly because, I mean, the gate might matter. Getting a Kodama down could matter. Like, I don't know. But had we played the Greeters on 2 and Aspirant on 3, we would have been a little better off here. Now the opponent's got some blockers on the ground, so that's a little bit of a problem. Opponent's going to also make treasure? Nope. Oh, they are. Okay. All right, what do we got going on here? Okay, we did find a land. I think we go ahead and go with this because it's going to give everything trample. We pump the greeters. We probably put a counter on Intrepid Adversary. Granted, Intrepid Adversary, I mean, if they single block, then they take trample damage. So, I don't know what we're going to do here. But pumping that also means we get to pump the adversary. Huh. Here's a weird thing. If we don't trap, like... okay, I think this is what we're going to do. And then we're just going to get the land and hope to have, like, Negate and or Vorinclex or something next turn. And just see what the hell happens. But there's a good chance they block and take... If they take 8, I mean, I guess we're okay with that. I don't love it. But then we can try to kill the chariot next turn. I don't know. It's going to be a rough time for us either way. Really? Huh. Okay. Sometimes you just don't know what the opponent's going to do. Alright, well, we have access to a Vorinclex, which can matter now with all the trample damage and the counters. But we could also just Broker's Ascendancy, sit back on a Negate, see if anything crazy happens. Also with that play, I kind of assumed there was going to be another chariot, and there wasn't. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have 9 defense. So we'd have to do 14. If Vorinclex comes down, we get to pump Aspirant. Or we have to put a counter on Kadama. Turn Kadama into a 5/5 because we get to put 2. And then when they attack, we get to put 2 on the Initiate, which is also a thing. But the opponent did go up to 6 here, so now that's a different problem. Boy. The opponent has a fistful of cards here. I'm wondering if we could get away with just Broker's Ascendancy and pass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we need 7 for all this. The problem is they're only at 6, and we kind of have to force their hand to block. I just don't like it. Because then we'd have 10 because he tramples on, or 6 because he tramples on his own. 7, 8, 9. 10, 11 because then we get 2 counters from the aspirants. 12, 13, 14. 15, 16, 17, 18. Plus 2 would be 19, 20. And they'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we gotta. It's a whole bunch of trample damage. They gotta find a way to deal with it. Yep, okay, cool. Man, this is a rough hand. We actually have to mulligan this because we can't even turn 1 Initiate, turn 2 Galley Greeters. It's actually kind of sad. Yeah, our lands just don't line up here. We're going to mulligan. This is a lot better. Downside here, though, I guess we get rid of Galley Greeters. Okay, that seems fine. I mean, we still have to draw the right mana here the rest of the way, but that at least gives us an opportunity to do some things. All right, opponent, what you got? You and your big Sphinx dude. Who just looks agitated when you click on him. Okay. Opponent's here, let's play. Also found a white land, which is good in case we need to use this apparition. Oh no! You're gonna get to take our Luminarch Aspirant? That makes us sad. I mean, you got to take the aspirin. Oh, they didn't take the aspirin. I guess they figure if they did, we just end up removing the Valkyrie the next turn anyway. So, I mean, I guess that's fair. Kind of makes sense. Alright, just going to attack. Alright, you know what the majority of our hand is here, opponent. We've got one of our cards on lockdown, a shakedown heavy. That's why they wanted to get rid of that apparition. Alright, so they must just be playing what you call, wherever you put a +1, but you have 7 or more, whatever that thing is. Fight rigging. There you go. Alright, no attacks. I don't even have blue mana to use in the gate here, so even if we could have stopped the fight rigging, it doesn't really matter. Alright. GG's. I mean, unless they just miss, it's probably the end of it for us. Oh, just another fight rigging. Okay, that's not the worst thing, all things considered. But they do get another shot at having something big next turn, which isn't great. That does not help at all. Ugh. Gross. I mean, I guess on the plus side, they don't really want to block. So there's that. But what's the best we can do? We put one counter on Kadama, makes it a 5/5. We put one counter on the Hopeful Initiate, making it a 3/4, and it becomes a 4/5. That's not really enough to do anything, unfortunately. So we probably just attack with Kadama, and that is all. Which gets us a blue land, but doesn't really go anywhere, unfortunately. Oh, opponent, what are we doing? I'm assuming you can't miss twice on fight rigging, so just get to your next turn and wreck us. Oh, they might really be AFK. Alright, there we go. Opponent's back. I mean, we might as well. I don't know what else we're going to do here. I mean, we could... Because we have to pay 3 to remove something. So, I mean, we could have killed the second fight rigging. Well, no, because we didn't even have enough counters on our stuff. We would have after that turn. Yeah, that was a mistake. I shouldn't have played the aspirant. I should have just removed the second fight rigging. Because now we can possibly lose to just the fight rigging, where we couldn't before. Yeah, that's a tough one. Oh, they're actually going to block? Huh. Okay. Wonder why that happened. I mean, maybe they just have another heavy in hand. That's possible. Yeah, I think we're just going to see another heavy here. We're in 7. That's the next best thing. That works. Alright. Okay, we're going to try to see if we can make this go. Gallagreators, maybe? Into something? Oh, alright. Need to draw an untapped land now. Actually, we need the opponent to tap some mana and draw an untapped land. So this is not the best scenario. And that's if they don't just decide they want to kill a Gallagreators outright. Which they might. Would not be a bad decision on their part. But if they don't have anything, we'll take that too. Okay. What hand did you keep where you don't have a kill spell or a counter spell? I mean, they might have a kill spell. They just might have been an instant or something there. But yeah, I don't really know what's happening at the moment. Opponent? What's happening? Alright, they have red mana. Okay, maybe that's how they remove stuff. Fable, sure. Seeing Fable in just what feels like damn near every deck these days. I mean, what if they're just playing like a Reanimator thing? We just get rid of that? My concern is if they... I'm really concerned if they just have, like, a reanimation spell or something. Could be really bad. Makes me sad, but I'm gonna do it. +1. We're gonna get rid of this. And that does not make me very happy, but we gotta do what we gotta do. Alright, let's go get Forest. Alright, so in other news, opponent can have 5 mana here. Meat Hook for 3 if they wanted to. Alright, that's not going to be the case, so that's good. That maybe buys us some amount of time. We could, if we get a land, we could Fel at our retreats. And then nothing, unless we just want to play Intrepid Adversary. We could Falco, see what's on top. Or we just play Broker's Ascendancy and hang out. That's the other thing, depending on what we draw. Okay, so the opponent kept a thing they can't cast at the moment. Alright, so now they can attack, sack a treasure, kill our Kodama. Is that going to be their game plan? I could respect that if it is. And then I have to decide if I want to just trade and give the... Actually, yes. We would trade and give them a 3/3 because at that point, then we'll just play Falco and just turn our Gallagreeders into 4/4, keep attacking. Oh. Really? So they really want to hold on to this 2/2. Huh. That says a lot. That feels like they really need their mana then. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Huh. Man, I really want to try to Spara here. You know what, though? Let's just do this first. I mean, if you got a counter, this is going to get negated, right? I mean, it seems almost impossible that it doesn't. Nope. Okay, weird. +1 everything. How would we like to respond? Apparently the answer is they would not like to respond. So now I'm wondering, do we just go ahead and Intrepid Adversary here, pump the Gallagreeders, and get everything out of this we can? So, yeah. Just make it harder and harder to deal with our dudes. And then we have Vigilance, so we're not worried about that too much. There's a kill or a bounce spell or something here, right? Because you didn't counter a thing. Like, it's got to be something like that. And if so, it just means Kodama's going to die, right? Or maybe it's another something to shoot a creature for 2. I mean, I could see that. Block and shoot Kodama. That would be reasonable. This is also key, getting an island here as well. So now we can play both of our spells. And we just want to make things big enough that they're just very, very hard to deal with here. I mean, if you're going to kill the Kodama and shoot it, now you got to do it. Otherwise, I'm not sure what that block was about, since we had Trample. Yeah, I'm a little baffled by these proceedings. But we shall see. Yeah, I mean, attack, I'm blocking. I mean, if I'm losing my creatures, I'm losing my creatures. Yep. Yeah, the only thing I can think of is this is some type of, like, 3-color Reanimator. Yeah, burn down the house is not going to cut it. Though you can shoot these down. And that would do a thing. Yep, and you get one of them. Do you get the other one as well? They do not. Yep, they are dead. Ooh, nope, nope, nope. We're going to mulligan. This is only marginally better. Alright, Vornclex, you got to go. Let's go gadget 2-mana thing. Maybe? Alright, Underdog's gonna make that no good anyway. Yep, I think we've now entered too slow territory. Who knows, though? Maybe we get lucky. But I feel like we really needed something on turn 2 there. Opponent, you can attack. Though, I don't know, maybe they're worried about us having a bunch of different cards. Something to pump our creature or whatever. But even if we did, I'm assuming they have a removal card they just get to respond with. Alright. We're at least going to get this down. I mean, our hopeful initiate is just going to die, right? But... And he did. Nope. Maybe it's counter and it dies. Nope. Man, do they just have 1 or 2 pieces of removal and they got to save it for a better thing? It's Daily Dispute. That's what it was. Alright, that makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. Alright, is our initiate dead? So far, the answer is no. My concern, though, is there is some type of sweeper next turn. So I'm not sure I want to run out these aspirants just yet. Alright, let's do this. Because if it's just a meat hook, maybe we get the hopeful initiate big enough. Nope, they're just going to kill it. Alright, maybe they don't have the removal we're concerned about. Just invoke despair. Fair enough. Alright. Soren. Alright. He good.
I have a way to stop. You deal.
Sadly, I think our only real play would have been to find a negate there. I think we're kind of toast without it. I mean, really, we're kind of just waiting on a meat hook at this point. Alright, I'm just going to queue up the GGs. Because the next sweeper, we're just dead. Opponent, just put us out of our misery, please. Come on. Why are you toying with your food? Okay, obviously they're going to sweep the board, right? You're not even worried about blocking. Just hit us with it. It's got to be a meat hook here, right? What else is taking so long? Nope, it was not a meat hook. It was a fell stinger. Alright. Well, that's a thing. And an eye twitch, sure. And a hunt for specimens. Alright. And they're hunting for land. Okay, this turn did not at all go the way I thought it was going to. Oh, that's not bad either, though. We need to hunt to try to get rid of this Fell Stinger, I think. Well, that didn't quite work. Now did it? Gosh. All right. Sad that we're going to give one of these up to the Stinger, but I mean, is this just what we got to do? I mean, if I attack both at the opponent, they would take at least, I mean, max, even if they block 4, they still take 4. If we do that, they probably block that one with the Stinger, so Soren only takes 2. Okay. Is what it is. Tough spot. Okay, so they're just going to block up entirely. Okay. So Soren just takes 1. All right, we do get a land. So that's something. Let's get another Plains, I guess. +1 everything. I'm assuming they're just going to exile the Elspeth here. Unless they found their sweeper this turn, obviously. Evoke Despair. Alright, this. I mean, we're going to lose everything anyway, right? Because they're just going to sack that to kill our Kodama, so it's not like it really mattered what we chose. Alright. So we're back to square one.
Tragedy befalls us all. You fight
Oh gosh. Alright, I have no idea what the opponent has in hand, but I can't imagine these two intrepid adversaries are going to be able to get it done by themselves. But maybe we get lucky. But we're in the dire straits situation right now. This is not good. The opponent can activate their land, attack for 3, 4, 5, 6. We go to 7. They also get to gain 2. We'll see, though. And a Fell Stinger, of course. Alright. That's unfortunate. I think this is just where we die. I think the opponent's seen enough cards here that we can't do much. Just more proof Invoke Despair is just a ridiculous magic card, I think. Alright, do you have the deed in hand to kill my apparition and then block with the 3/3? Nope. Alright. In the turn. Oh, what are we doing out of the graveyard? Nothing, apparently. Oh, they must be about to... Blood on the Snow is what they were checking. Alright, well, if you got Blood on the Snow and Invoke Despair and whatever else, like, we just die. I unfortunately did not draw one of my negates, which is what I need here. Yep. Alright. Alright, let's keep it. Obviously, you would prefer this hand on the play, but we'll take it, all things considered. Hey, it lived. Look at that. That's a surprise. Man, I'm actually not sure what I want to play here. I think I'm going to go with Gala Greeters. Mostly because if something draws a target, it would be that before the Luminarch Aspirant. But if they don't do anything, then we just play Luminarch Aspirant and it's all good. And then the opponent can just trade. And we're willing to accept a trade. So we give this. If we get the treasure, we could. All right, let's just get the treasure. Give this +1. Then we attack. All right, they did want to trade. All right. I have a feeling that means there's a meat hook in our future. Well, it'd only be a meat hook for 2, though. So that's actually not the worst thing. So maybe their hand's not great. I mean, they could have something that deals 3 to everything. Chariot. Okay, cool. Chariot is valid. Well, so is that, though. Huh. Well, now. We have a lot of decisions here. We can get rid of the chariot. We can attack with a 4-power thing. No, it'd only be 3. So they could double block it. Though we could Felidar Retreat, foot counters. Alright, that's one option. They could kill that, then activate their chariot next turn and do some shenanigans. That would be silly. We wouldn't like that. Oh, gosh. What do we do here, team? What do we do? I don't like any of my choices. I think we might just put a counter on the initiate and pass, because that'll leave us the option to kill the chariot and still counter something with negate. It's a very passive turn, but I feel like that's the best one. I mean, the other option would be to play Skyclave Apparition and leave up negate, which I guess is fine. All right, let's go ahead and do that. And let's see what kind of attack we get off next turn. I mean, because we do have the ability to activate Adversary, find a land, we get to play Felidar Retreat, so there are ways out of this. We just have to be patient. But really, if we were going to take this line, the better play would have been just play Apparition, steal the Chariot, put a +1 on Apparition, and then be able to pump the adversary or the initiate anyway when we attack. But I don't know. We'd rather you not do that, opponent. All right, Harvester. Well, you get to kill it anyway. Look at you. Congratulations. Or maybe they don't. All right. I'll pump it. And we'll put a counter there. And then just make life tough on that Harvester, I guess. Attack for 4. I mean, you can 2 for 1. Oh, are they going to kill our adversary and then block? Nope, they chose not to. Okay, fair enough. All right, let's see what goes down here. Can kill an aspirant, though, if you want to get rid of that headache. Which I wouldn't blame them. Because we've been desperately looking for a land here for a turn or two. Because I would have much rather just use a Felidar Retreat there. Opponent looks like they're debating what to do with this blood token. Maybe trying to sacrifice it to something. Ooh, that's a thing. All right. And they're going to use that to kill the thing, get a 4/4? Sure. Hope they remember they're getting a 4/4 and not a chariot. Okay, we're going to go ahead and play this. Since they just used a thing that would kill this, thankfully. Put a counter on everything. And we will probably pump a cat. Sure. Seems reasonable. Let's, no attacks. Alright, looks like we might be losing this Felidar retreat. I don't think they're fans of that. We'll see, though. Oh, they're just getting in there. I guess all our stuff is dying here? Nope, they're just tagging for 4 now. Okay, no blocks. We're at 20, so we'll go to 16. That's a good sign, though. When they were first attacking with everything, I was a little concerned that they had some sweeper incoming, but the fact that they didn't makes us feel a little bit better. This is kind of an odd bit of play to the cards here, though. That, well, assuming we still have the Felidar retreat, if we got a land, it would be a little tough because we can't play adversary. Okay, we're not going to have it anyway. We're going to lose that. Okay, fair enough. Well, we know what we got to do then. Ooh, that ain't bad, but this will have to do. I mean, we're dealing with all the removal right now, so... yeah, let's pay. Make this difficult on the opponent. You can trade 2 cats for 1 cat. Yep, we're okay with that. Opponent goes to 9. And they're going to discard to draw a card. Yep, definitely going to cycle something. What are they putting away? Another land. We need to give things trample here. I mean, just kill our adversary opponent. That's the best thing for you to do. Yep. No blocks. I mean, here comes some kill cards, I'm assuming. Nixless. Alright, sure. Seems fine.
I've conquered entire plains.
Sure.
One city will be easy.
Sure.
Oh, I have a job for you.
Oh, that's interesting now. I mean... Well, what do we do here? So now if we pump an adversary... Actually, I guess if we split our attacks to the odd Nix list, they have to split their blocks. So that actually works for us, right? I mean, you can kill our adversary, or you can let Nob Nixilis go. Because, I mean, we're gaining 5 life, so we don't really care. Like, we could... If it comes down to racing against Ob Nixilis, we could totally do that. Alright, so they're going to do that anyway. We're going to get to pump our team. We're going to lose some life to the Ob Nixilises. Alright, they're just going to make a devil with one of them. Interesting. So not even worried about trying to defend him. Ah, because you have a chariot. Well, that makes sense. Well, that card doesn't help us at all. That's super unfortunate. What do we do about that? I mean, do we just do this? That is probably the best thing we could have hoped for here. The opponent activates a chariot, so now we just kill the chariot? I mean, we could remove 1, so this would be a 4 still. Make it a 3, and then it's going to get another counter anyway at the end of turn. All right, sure. Yep. I mean, we'll just hold this land to discard, so we have prevent some of the damage from an Obnixilis, because what else are we going to do? All right, hoping to have this hit one more time so we don't get meat hooked out of our boots here. Opponent's going to play Fable. All right, so that's another quality blocker. Man, where's our trample dudes at? Oh, gosh. We are trying so hard here, team. Trying so hard. This is not good. This is not good. What's the most we can do? Okay, well, I guess we just pump this guy. Send this into Obnixilis. No, we're just going to be sad when they triple block. Yep. So we're going to be able to kill 2 things. Let's just do this. We'll remove 1 counter to destroy this. So we'll just remove a counter. So we'll still have 4 power. And remove 1 here, I guess. Like, not ideal, but it'll have to do. As we've basically just been drawing blanks here for the last couple of turns. All right. Well, if you got that meat hook for 4, we're toast. Okay, it looks like they don't, because they needed to make a blocker. So that's some good news. Do they have an answer for Kadama? I guess this is where Aspirant dies then. If I were guessing. Alright, we'll try. I have a feeling this is not going to work. Okay, they're cycling, so that's good. Alright. Get in over on Obnixilis. Alright, he dies. End of turn. Creatures get bigger. They're going to cycle again. Probably find a removal thing. Our creatures are getting kind of big now, though. They don't have any creature lands. That's good news. We're still at 14, so we're not worried about a whole lot here. Ooh, Falco, do you help us out at all? I guess maybe, depending on what's on top. I was thinking maybe there's a chance there's a negate or something on there. I don't know. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, we have another Kadama on top, but... I mean, these trample for a whole lot's many. And we will get to shuffle. Alright, opponent goes down to 3. We get some triggers. They remove our shield, which is super sad. Alright, everything gets bigger. What you got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope, we're bigger than meat hooks at this point. No, now they could remove 2 things. So they would go to 5, but that's not enough. Yeah. Meat hook for 5 won't get them there. Oh, a Shatter Skulls, man. That is a big smashing, but not for nearly enough. Whew. Okay, so overall, that wasn't actually too bad. The one thing I would say that's an actual real problem, though, is that we probably... Like, the worst card for us, as it turns out, is Invoke Despair. That card's actually really bad for this deck. However, we do have negates. So we have to kind of save negates for those types of situations. And really, you're going to be saving negates for that and for sweepers. Nothing else really matters in those matchups. You can deal with almost everything else. So I think if you run into those against mono black, I would keep that in mind. Those are the only 2 types of cards you're worried about. As far as the deck itself, the only things I really wanted to change were Elspeth, believe it or not, the worst card in the deck, or at least how it played over the course of a day, and that's actually pretty sad, because I actually think Elspeth's a damn good card. Just under the circumstances, it died to a lot of things. When we did get the card we wanted, it wasn't as powerful we needed it to be. So I would like to experiment with just taking out the 2 Elspeths and playing another Vorinclex, which I'm sure y'all will like, because y'all seem to love Vorinclex. So I think one more Vorinclex and possibly add that extra negate, and that could help out a lot. Now the negate's only going to be mediocre against stuff like Boros aggro, but we do have lifelink, we do have a bunch of other stuff going on against that deck that would be probably okay for the most part, just saying. But yeah, I think that would be the only difference. If you didn't want that, then that leaves you at least one spot to do something else with if you want to just play 3 negates. Or maybe even turn, instead of a gate, you play whatever the gold spell is that lets you fight or your counter a spell unless your opponent plays 3. So that's fine. But yeah, either of those I think would be fine. But I think the 2 Elspeths are going to go, and we're going to have the other changes in the downloadable list. Now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Archangel Thune. And I actually had this in the card spotlight like, I don't know, 2 months ago. Mostly because I told people, like, this is a really good card. It gets played a lot, it's popular in Commander. But there's a possibility it gets reprinted in Double Masters 2022. If it does, the price is probably going to come down. Turns out, I don't think it was on the list for Double Masters 2022, which means it's probably going to continue to go up. So if you want to snag one, now is probably the best time, and they're still already about $25. This card's not cheap. Now, as always, you know what to do. You can come by the Discord, you can come by, check out our streams, or if you just want to get deck help, you can come ask questions. We got you. But if you like this deck, we had another Bant deck from earlier in the season. I'm going to go ahead and link it here because most of the cards are similar. So if you like this concept, you'll like that one. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.